This freak here. So, we're coming out of a cold snap. Yesterday morning it was 3 degrees, which for those not in the US, I think it's about negative 15 and negative 16. So, it's like if you don't absolutely have to leave the house, you'd be insane to. And in fact, from what I was told, the other side of town, out where church is and out where he lives, the person who told me, there was a power failure at that point in time. So there were actually reasons to say, if things weren't canceled, it probably should have been. Anyway, we're coming out of that. I believe we're at about 22 degrees or so, which I think puts us about 5 below freezing. On the fly conversions, including decimal multiplications and divisions, isn't exactly easy. A friend of mine noticed the logo on my mug. Like, hey, isn't that the logo of your other YouTube channel? Yeah, it is. Anyway, been drinking tea a bit because I had wanted to stretch out what was left of my pop. And I'm out of it except for a bottle that I'm saving for New Year's Eve. I'm like, I could go down to the store and buy more. I don't feel like it. I don't need it. It's not worth going out in the weather. When I got plenty of this, what I was drinking in the other videos was peach rooibos, and this is Earl Grey. I've made a couple comments about it. I think I made a crack about Earl Grey in the chat on one of Dwayne Green's videos, which, of course, the only person who got the reference was Pastor Brett. Go figure. So, when I'm at this point, low on funds, low on motivation, temperature isn't favorable, the weather, I'm like, well, I don't need to go out. I have enough supplies to get myself through the new year already. And that's not including all the stuff I have set aside still, what I haven't already noshed on. Besides, my sinuses are acting up. Might have a head cold. I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. I mean, I just put down a giant bowl of spaghetti a couple hours ago. It's like, wait, doesn't that mean you had it at like 5 in the morning? Yeah. It's like, I don't really care. I don't run on a 24-hour cycle. That's why sometimes my videos will be at odd hours. Because I just make them when I feel like. I'm dependent on the 24-hour cycle when it comes to going to the store. I'm dependent on other people's schedules so far as regards, can I call my friend for a ride or should I call a taxi? And she'll ask for a couple bucks for gas money, which is, $5 a lot cheaper than $9. But if she's watching someone else's kid, I'm not going to distract her from that by saying, come out and get me at Tops. I'm like, I know you're free on these 2 days of the week, so these are the only 2 days of the week I'm calling you, because that's when I know you're available. Because what you're doing is more important. And I know that drives her up a wall, but it's like, I don't consider myself important enough for someone else to drop what they're doing when I can do it my damn self, That's just not how I am. So, as far as my stash of tea goes, I got like 3 or 4 different kinds of tea, including plain tea, this stuff I've been drinking, and this stuff. So, it'd be a matter of, is your sugar going to run out? My thing's full. I got this container. I don't know how big it is, but it's big enough. I'm not going to run out of sugar. I'm not really even worried about Angel. She seems to... There's a possibility that before I got her, she might have been food insecure. Because she's so paranoid about running out of food. Maybe I'm just anthropomorphizing her too much. But cats can have mental illnesses and traumas just like we do. Anyway, probably not doing much for the rest of the month, really, but I got that video ready to go for tomorrow evening, and I'll be watching the chat if anyone's around. So, Jesus, freak out.